often do you think about the future?
I think um, I'm really focused on my future, and uh, I also to try offer some situation will happen in the near future for I can prepare in the moment, and especially when they related with my job. So that's why I think people to should to think about the near future, and they have to some prepare other situation when for the near future. And I
Yes.
think really hard for we can think about the far future, but the near we can reach easy than far. I think so.
The far future will become the near future soon. So it's really very important to prepare. So do you think what you're doing every day is for the future?
Because the future is the results of today, so the best way is I always to try my best in the moment, and I think that's is the best way for I can prepare for my future.
Mm. So on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is the highest, how prepared are you in your future?
Uh, I think I always try to do everything with my best in at the moment, and that is the best way for I can um, to feel peace of mind for my future. I think so.
So it means that you cannot measure. You cannot
Mm,
measure how prepared you are in the future. You just do your best in the present moment. How would you say, Kam, that you are really preparing for the future? Because you keep on telling me that it's very important to prepare in the near future, not in the far future, because it's still far. Just let's just do whatever it is that's best every day. Like many people are always finding about security, right? So the reason why we always work hard and do our best because we want to be secure in the future, right? We want to have everything be all right in the future.
mm.
So you're not yet sure how secure you are in the future? There is this debate come um, about the right to have a child. Okay, so this child was being kidnapped when he was young, and then the child was raised by a millionaire, a very rich family. But then one day, his real mother knew that he was kidnapped. And then his real mother wants to get him. But during the argument, the lawyer, you know what's lawyer, right? The attorney? The lawyer asked the real mother, do you have a lot of money? Or do you have a savings for the future of your kids? And so the real mother said, I have a savings, but it's not very big. So it means that the real mother is not prepared for the future. So that's the reason that the court didn't give the child to the real mother because he's not prepared for the future. And that's very sad. So you have to prepare for the near future of your children, Cam.
Uh, I think prepare in the near future for my kids. Uh, that's a really important thing I have to concern. Um, Maybe the money is the most important thing because my kids really little. So the which school I want to prepare for they can follow really important. And actually in Haizheng we don't have any private school for my kids can
Really?
follow. Mm. And I think maybe the people in Haizheng really like when they want their kids follow the public school. But
Mm-mm.
I also hope in the short future I can find some private school for my kids can follow. I think so.
But Heisen is very big, but there is no private school here.
Yes.
Oh, that's so surprising. Because everywhere there is a private school. But in your case, do you want to choose private or public school?
Um, I think private school not much in Haidian, and I don't know I don't understand about the quality of training in private school. So maybe the public school also is the best choice. But anyway, I also hope my kids can have some chance for learn in private school at least where they can to develop in the soft skills or English. I think so.
Yes, but I guess as for me, in my opinion, it's really good to send kids to public school rather than private because they have much more opportunity to learn widely. But if you want to let them learn a different skill, you can hire a different teacher. Oh my goodness. Okay, Cam, let's go to our topic for today. And the title is Future Society. It talks about what do you think will happen in Hangzhou in the near future?
Uh, I think talk about the near future really large. So I'm not sure about my understand can to talk about that. So can I think we should to talk about something really interesting like business or school or something like that. When and talk about the future of society, I think I
Uh,
don't enough knowledge about for that.
of course, it's included in the future.
Mm.
So, what do you
So
think will
what
happen in
is the
Hangzhou?
future society?
In the society of Hangzhou first. Let's first go to your own society, not outside.
Mm.
With the development that you can see, if, for example, if you go outside, what do you think will happen?
The I think Haidu province is a big uh, um, really big, and there are many people around uh, from other province to working here, and we have we have a many big area for industrial, and I think the uh, the net income really high in the short future. So I think Haidian is the good market for many other company can to find profit here. And because there are many younger people working in Haidian province, so I think our my our countryside really develop in the short future. I think so.
I guess so comes. I just discovered that there are Filipinos here who are working in the factory. And I was surprised because most Filipinos who work in factories are only in Taiwan or Korea or maybe other countries. But I was surprised maybe last 3 weeks, someone told me that his aunt is actually working in a factory here in Haizong. Wow. And I also knew a half Filipina student in Haizong.
Oh,
So I guess that there's really a boom. When you say boom, it's like a progress or development when it comes to factories and industrial livelihood here in Haizong. So we will be happy for that because it would provide a great opportunity for many people. But also we have to be very keen on the results of having these a lot of factories in your area. So we're hoping that these people who wants to build these factories will be more responsible, right? So that we still can create a good environment where your kids in the future will have a safe environment. They can still enjoy the environment of today. Right. So what did you understand about this one paragraph essay?
the, I think the first we have to thinking about the future is everything always changes really quickly, and the people try to understand and try to uh, know about what happened in the short future, not the far future. And when they can understand about what happening in the short future, they can to they can believe to offer some decision for solve many things. And that is also the most important thing. Every people also concerned about what happening in the short future. And of course, I also uh, hope my ability the same. Um, and I think that's it. I don't have any idea for the future system.
So how different do you think in your own opinion, how different do you think before than now? Could you cite any differences before and now? Because before we are talking that today is the near future, today was the future of before, right? So is there a lot of differences of today than before?
Um, I think every people always different a lot between tomorrow and today or last day. So I think I can feel really clearly about a different in my province is the behave of consuming people really change really a lot when they face with the virus. Every I think the behave of people in consuming really different for the first time. And now we really scared about the um, concern of people when they don't want to using a lot of money for many other products, and that's so terrible. I think I just feel the problem in my business very clearly, and about future of society. I think I don't understand, and I don't care about a lot. I think so.
You are not scared about the near future, but you observe that the behavior of people in consuming really
Yes.
change.
Mm.
I guess so because maybe people are afraid of what will happen in the future because of what happened in the past. And so maybe some of them are very conscious on how they spend their money.
Mm.
So I don't know, Cam, if restaurants open here late, but I observed that many restaurants are closed in Haizong. Are they closed because of the COVID or they just open at night? What or what?
Um, I think I can feel very clearly about the bad effect of coronavirus on our lives. For example, when I go out and in many industrial area in Haize, I can saw many companies close or at least reduce the time for working in the day. So that means the employer also receive less of money than ever. And when the net income of employer really low, they also to reduce consuming for everything. And that's why there are many restaurants, many shops, many other business have to close. Really
Yes, I do
terrible.
understand. So that is really the effect of the virus. Oh my goodness. We should we should fight the virus. So let's go to the first question. Can we know the future?
I think uh, we uh, we can know about the near future.
How? Is there a way? Are you like the Raimon? Do you know the Raimon?
Um,
Do you know the Raimon Cam? The cartoon character? A blue cat with many things on his pockets. The Raimon can go to the near future just by opening a door.
uh, I don't know.
You don't know the cartoon character? Oh my god. Are you sure?
Maybe I don't understand the meaning.
Doraemon, Doraemon. Um,
Uh,
the blue
this
cat.
in a okay in a picture. Uh, uh, many children really like. Mm.
And they read the comic book about the Doraemon because the Doraemon can have a lot of things and the Doraemon can also go to the future. So if you want to know the future, just ask the Doraemon's help. But is it how possible is it to know the future?
Um, I think the best way for we can know about the short future is always to considering about what happening in the short future. Maybe that is the best way to remind or to find out some problem happen in the short future.
Mm. So we have here something in our paragraph actually. It says here that the future doesn't just happen. People create it through their action and or inaction today. So whatever we do today will surely have an effect in our future. So it's very important that we need to um, do everything thinking about it will affect the future. Because I guess what you believe, right, that coronavirus, maybe it happened because many people did not actually take care, or many people in somewhere were not being careful about what they did in the past. So that's why it's happening now, right? And many people eat a lot of bath soap. So those kinds of actions would really have an effect of what will happen for tomorrow, right?
Mm.
Mm. So that's just a very simple example. In my case, last week when I tried to look for a lot of restaurant and I got lost in Haizong, so I walked calm because I cannot see any restaurants anymore. So I walked for a very long hour and for a very long time, and it was so hot. So that's the reason I got sick, because when I go outside, I won't bring any protection like umbrella or anything with me that could protect my body against the sunlight. So it was so hot, and I walked for a very long time, and that's why I got sick. So I did the decision to walk for a very long road, and so it affect me today, which was my future in the past. So everything that we do would really affect us. So we need to be careful in deciding for everything, even just little things. Mm. So have you tried something like that, Cam, where you decided something and then it affects your future? And then you think, oh, I should haven't done that in the past, so this will not happen to me now.
I always think every result in today also from my past.
Mm.
Uh, for example, sometimes I think if in my past I did not become a salesman. I think
Mm.
now mm, I think nowadays my life really different. And uh, for example, if in my past I don't want to opening my market on to Haiphong province. So nowadays I think I don't have any idea, and and I will to stay. I will to living in Haizhou, and I don't want to move to Haiphong province. So
Ah,
thing, every decision also either from in my past, and I think so.
so you decided now not to buy a warehouse in iPhone. That was your dream, right? You dream of buying a house in Haiphong, but you change it now. Hmm. Do you have some heartache inside your heart that you couldn't do your plans?
I think the difficult. I have a many difficult things for I can complete my plan. But
Mm.
the most important thing with me is in the moment the market really low, for I can
Mm.
earn money a lot, and
Mm.
that's why I think my plan uh, maybe slower than my expert.
Mm. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I guess so. Because if you notice right now, I think the economy is really like it is still slow. But have you ever think of like having on selling online like Shopee or Lazada? Shopee. Many
No, not
people always
shopping,
shop
shopping.
in that.
Mm. I hear many people talk about their success when they sell online,
Mm.
like Shopee, Sendor, or Lazada. But actually, I don't have any knowledge about marketing online.
Mm.
And the second is our product really high price and not easy to sell out the on the online. I think so.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think when I try to look at the products on online shops, they're quite low. The prices are quite low, right? Mm.
Mm.
So, what's your plan about it, Cam? Is there any replacement? Because we talk also about plan A, B, and C, right? So, if you were not able to do your plan A, you will have a backup plan, and that's your plan B and C. Do you have any backup plans?
Uh, I tell you about my younger brother.
Mm.
When the market is really low, he trains about sell out by online, but he made some product really no price. I can't imagine when they sell online with just 100,000 dong for three t-shirts, and I can't believe the price really low. But in the short time, they run advertising on online. He summarize everything, and he think it not effective as he expert. And now when I asked why you did not to sell out our products on the Facebook, he told me because the price really high for he can sell out on by online, and I don't try to find a solution uh, for our problem, and I think we have to find some other trend, some other way for to put our revenues. Like I want to open on another province. That is the best way than by online. I think so.
Yes, I guess so because maybe your market is not for online people. So you have to go to your target market. Okay, so the question number two, who creates the future? Who?
Of course, that is people. People
Yes,
create every feature.
and that includes you. Number three, how can we maximize the future's desirability? How can we make good use of thinking that the future should have a good quality? Like it's a kind of mindset. We think that the future should be good, it should be positive. How can we use that kind of thinking?
Hmm, how can we maximize the future's desirable? I think the best way is far-sighted.
Farsighted? That's difficult if you're a farsighted person. You cannot see. How do you think? I think for me as a person, if you think that the future is desirable, or if you think that there is something good in the future, it will make you work hard because you
Mm,
wanted to become a part of that future. You are awaiting for that future, for the good future to come. That is why you work hard for today because you wanted to experience something good in the near future, not in the far future. Because if you are going to ask a question, what is the purpose of working hard today? Is it just because, yeah, you have to work today, but because you wanted to experience something good tomorrow? And tomorrow is the near future, right?
Yes.
It's the nearest future. Okay. So how would this positive, or how would this kind of thinking affects you come? Do you think that right now, because we know that this pandemic or the coronavirus really affected everyone, and that includes your business. So do you still think that there is something good in the future? That the future is still desirable, that you still wanted to experience having a good quality in the future?
Um, I think coronavirus is the point to make every people concerned about their behavior before. And I don't think coronavirus is the best thing. Is a bad thing will happen. And I think there are many other things really bad can happen in my future. So in my opinion, I also think this time is the good way for we can concern and considering about what happened in the future, and especially when we know about every people always change their behavior, and that's the good way for some people can understand about what happened in the short future, and how people's behave uh, in a short future. And when they can understand about that, I think also we have they can to uh, approaching with many opportunity after coronavirus, and that's the good occasions for people understand about the short future. I think so.
When I think back of before, like it was so difficult before come, but actually this pandemic or this crisis made me actually become more positive, and so positive that because I was so worried before the pandemic really hit the world, I was in Thailand, and I just came back in Vietnam. And then I was thinking of what will happen to me because I am not with my family. But one of my good Vietnamese friend actually told me that this is an opportunity. A difficult time is a big opportunity for us to be more creative, to find more solution. So difficult times should not be difficult. It should be an opportunity for us to do more and to do good. How about you when the coronavirus hit? Did you find it difficult, or was it an opportunity for you to work more and to think more, be more creative about your business?
um, I think when the coronavirus become really large on our uh, world. So the first thing I believe my business will reduce a lot.
Mm,
But other side, I also find many opportunity for I can earning money really much than ever. For example, in my real estate,
mm.
there are many opportunity with the lower price, and I think I just prepare for money and put in my bank. And when I find out the opportunity, I will steal money and invest every time, everything I own in my real estate because the price really low. But in my business, I think this time not good time for I can invest money, and I have to waiting and especially hearing about some news on the world, and
Mm.
especially when the people find out the vaccine for anti-coronavirus. I think that is the good point for we can start a business again. And at the moment when everything so thus in library, so I think we have a many other opportunity, and real estate that is the good way for I can earn money really big than my main
Wow.
business.
So you still don't worry about your life because you can still earn a lot of money.
Um, I think I don't worry a lot about my business because
Good.
maybe my main business really low, but I also have many other opportunity
Wow.
outside my main business
Mm.
because in Vietnam market is the youngest market in Asia, and our market really developed. So that's also to create many opportunity. We have to prepare money and waiting the opportunity appearance. That is the good way. And
That's very positive.
in this time, also the crisis time
Mm.
for every people. And I believe one thing, uh, when the when everything become crisis, that is the good occasion for we can earn money a lot.
You just borrowed what I said. It's a good opportunity to create something. Yes, I guess so, Cam. I really realized that, and my Vietnamese friend made me realize that thing that difficulties are not meant for you to be down. It should not make you, of course it will make you feel down at first because you are, of course, who will not be worried about what will happen in the future, but difficulties or struggles in life should make you more stronger and become more positive. Wow, amazing. Okay, so let's go to express yourself in number one. How will sex roles change? This means that in the future, how do you think will gender roles change? Will the role of a woman change? The role of a man will change in the future? Or is there any change that would happen when it comes to gender?
I think the sex rules really change a lot when our society become more modern. And of course, when our society become modern, the responsibility of women really high than ever. And at that time, I think the women have many new rules in our society, and they can more freedom. And I think at that time the role of woman really changed, not just for sex. I think so.
So for women, mm, sex roles means women and men come, okay? So you think that in the near future, women's rules will have a lot of changes. But we
Yes,
talked
I think.
before, Kang, that nowadays, most teenagers are they're quite confused and lonely in their life. It's because a lot of women, a lot of mothers, and we're talking about women because, of course, mothers are women, usually go out and, you know, they work to help the family. So, do you think we should change this? We should let mothers stay at home and take care of the welfare of the kids so that we are going to avoid having lonely and confused kids in the near future. Do you think so?
No, I saw many younger couple change a lot in their behave when the men really take care a lot with many thing in their house. For example,
Men.
the man really willing to help their wife in when they stay at home, and I think that's in a good way, and we
Mm.
should.
Mm. I already know now who should change.
Yes,
it's it's
every
the
younger
men.
people without me.
Just in my own opinion, Cam, okay? Not to offend you or men, but I guess women are really doing a lot of things already since since then. Women have been doing a lot of roles when it comes to the family and to the society. Because we only think that a man should only be a provider or a leader and not someone who takes care or nurture. And I guess it should be changed. And if I will be the president, just kidding, I will let the man take care of the household. No, yes, I guess so. We have to make a balanced society in the next years to come. I hope it will happen. So let's go to number two. How will family change? Is there a change in the family in the future? Or there would be a change?
The first thing we can feel about the trends of family is the family becomes smaller than ever, and I think the connecting between ex people in a family really lot strong
Mm.
when the younger people have a many time for focus on the private thing they really interest, and the kids spend many time on outside. So I think the time for the parents and the kids to talk about everything in a day really, and that's why the connection really not strong. I think so.
Like the Wi-Fi.
For example, in my family, my kids go to school about 7 to 5 p.m. a
Mm.
day. We don't have
Oh.
any time playing and talking. And sometimes I just wish if the kindergarten can to take care of my kids in the night. I also really like that when I don't want when I to space.
But your kids are still young. They spend a lot of time at school from morning till afternoon.
Yes.
What? You know, in the Philippines, if you're still young, for example, you're still grade one, you only need to spend, I think, until 2 p.m.
Hmm.
Yeah, but why is it until 5 p.m.? And in my case before, when I was a high school student, I studied in a semi-private. So I only studied half day. But I changed it to public and it made it whole day. But your kids are still young and they studied for a very long time, Ka. My goodness. From 7 to 5?
Yes, that's pretty really normal in our society. Every children also to go kindergarten from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Have you tried to go to kindergarten when you were young?
No, I don't remember because really
Wait.
fast.
Oh my God, you're so old now. I never tried to go to kindergarten. I directly go to grade one. And do you think that it's, I've been thinking lately because I've met a lot of people actually who are very successful in life, come, and they
Mm.
don't have proper education like the education that we have. We spend most of our times educating ourselves, Like I'm thinking that I want to have a master's degree and go to Canada, but I'm actually thinking about it now because many people are so successful without those kind of education. Have your thought on education changed as well? Or do you still think that we really need to have this education, a lot of this, because it can make our future desirable?
Um, in my case, I think because my country really poor country,
Mm.
and uh, also the Vietnamese people they also think about the poorly, and they just want to believe one thing is education is the best way for they can find out the better future. But nowadays, when we have many people success without training, without education, and especially when the internet really popular in our society, I think the younger people nowadays really believe the education thus is one of many way to help them success in the future.
Mm.
So that's why the pressure in the education really low in our society, and I think that's what happened with the younger people without my parents, because they also in the older generation, so they also believe education is the good way or is the best way. We don't have any choice without education. But in our modern society, we have a many opportunity when you don't have any uh, license on education. I think so.
Yeah. So many people now wants to be YouTubers,
Yes, I saw many younger people. They
vloggers.
a lot of money by YouTube, by YouTuber. Mm.
And it's really true, Come, that many of them actually earns a lot
Yes.
in being a YouTuber. But it's so funny now in the Philippines because the government want to get tax from the YouTubers
In
because
Vietnam,
it's
so the
free.
thing when our government try to every way for how they can to take the tax
Really?
from the YouTuber or
Oh.
is by online, because there are many people really rich when they business online, and they can earn really a lot of money.
So it's not only from the Philippines, but how about YouTubers? Does your government have any plans? Because these YouTubers really get a lot of money every month. Do they have a plan to also take some tax from them? I will not be a YouTuber anymore or vlogger. And also, yes, I've heard about the online shopping. Our government also wants to get a tax from it. Everything that you do online, they want to take a tax. And
I
I
think
think
that's the way to keep the fair for every people.
you think it's
We should,
fair.
we should to get take from the YouTuber online or some business online. I think so.
Oh, so you're one of the government people. Okay, let's go to number three. How far can we extend human life expectancy? Right now, we know that the life expectancy are way too low, right? It is becoming low. But do you think in the near future, let's talk about the near future, we can extend, we can make the life expectancy higher? And how far?
I don't understand the meaning.
How far? Life expectancy is when you think how or how old will people die. For example, the life expectancy of people in the Philippines right now is between 75 to 80 years old. So do you think in the near future we can extend that? We can make that into 90 or 100?
So the mean is we can live longer.
Yes. Mm.
Hmm. Uh, the I don't know about that, but in my case, I don't think we don't should to live longer a lot. In my case, I just want about under under 100 years old is okay. I don't want to live longer a lot.
You don't want to live longer, but you want to live under 100. That's 99 years old. Oh my God, so funny.
5 or 80 years old is okay for me. I don't want to live over 100.
So, what's the life expectancy of Vietnamese people?
Um, the Vietnamese people also to hope about longer life because every time in their past they really hardworking and they really they don't have any occasion for enjoying everything. So when they were young, they hardworking. When they become older, they have to take care of their family and the nephew. But I think with the Vietnamese people, like my parents, the best time with them is the time when they were retirement. So that's why there are many people also hope they can live longer than
Mm,
maybe more than 100.
mm.
That is pretty normal because in their past they really hardworking and they don't have any occasion for enjoying life.
In Vietnam Camp, I saw a lot of old people actually, like older than the life expectancy, and they usually live in the mountainous areas, remote areas, and not in the city. So I guess the quality of life can also contribute to how long we live. That's why we need to live in the countryside. Okay, let's go to number four. What will happen if we can make robots that think like us?
What will happen if we can make uh, I think robots can change people do everything without something to relieve about the feeling because we can easy to make the uh, intelligent application.
Artificial intelligence.
Yes, artificial intelligence for a robot. But I think the people never can't do the hurt for a robot, and that's why robots can change some feature job, but with a job to realize about the feeling, about the emotioning, I think really hard, and the robots can't change people, Rose.
Cannot replace people. So do you think, Cam, when you decide, like, I mean, do you really use your heart to decide on something like feelings and emotions? Ha, tell me the truth. Or you use
Uh,
your brain.
Um, in the business,
Mm,
actually, the behavior of people also start from the heart, not from the brain.
really?
Yeah,
Maybe you learned that
uh,
from your seminar.
because you can see from the sale when you want to buy a clothing
Mm.
or a shoe, everything that's from the heart. For example, you saw the friend wearing a shoe really nice, and you don't. You also want the same with the friend. That's it
Uh,
from the brain. And if when you're thinking about as a brain, the brain will offer many reasons as you had a shoe like that, and why you have to buy more. So that's
wow.
many people also decided everything by from heart, not brain.
Okay, you mean the influence of people to other people, maybe. I don't think so. Okay, yes. But I actually believe in you. If we make robots that think like us, of course they are going to program it. And because it's a robot, it will be limited, right? But for human beings, for people, what we can do is actually unlimited. So maybe what you said, like the emotions and feelings, is out of the question when we talk about robotics. So there are some things that cannot be replaced by robots, and that's human beings. We're very important. Okay, let's go to number 5. How will the role of government change? For example, in Vietnam, do you think it would change in the near future?
I think every people also change. That's why our government have to change a lot. For example, in my past, when I started about my business, I feel really difficult when I'm working with the officer of government. They really temper. They really. I feel really uncomfortable when worked with them. But nowadays I think they more understand about the rules when they support many other business really good.
Mm.
And I think that is they also change a lot, although not yeah, my expert, but I think that's the good for to put our society development.
Oh, so it means that before they're not really open to people who are opening businesses. They're very strict like that. That's good. Okay. So, um, just one quick question, Cam. Maybe the government will find us. Just kidding. Do you sometimes think of a different kind of government?
What?
Do you sometimes think of a different kind of government? Like not your government now, but a different one. Maybe democratic or monarchy like in England.
Actually, I don't. I never think about political
Politics.
because I don't understand about that, and I just focus on my business. And when I know our government really want to change or not, when they want to offer many serve for people, for Vietnamese people, and better and better. But president also either first people to make the change, but mm, his employee never want to change when they because they really scared when everything changes they lose the opportunity to get money from the business.
Mm-mm.
And I think that's why when the private people really train a lot, but our government trains not much.
But you have to understand, Cam, that for your business to thrive, you also need to understand politics, right? If you just think about your business, but then you also need to understand politics and what's going on in politics so that you can also apply this to your business, right? It's okay not to think about it, but we also need to understand our political system. But that's good because you trust your government, right? And I think it will be more positive if you do that. So let's
Mm,
go to number 6. Do you think schools will exist in the future? How will they be different?
I think school also exists in many time later, but the shape will change a lot. For example, before the coronavirus, learning online really difficult, and not much people to learning by online. But after coronavirus, you can see we have many Zoom for we can
And we
join.
have the Zoom.
So I think that is the best way, and maybe the school will be smaller, and because the people like learning by online than go to the real school, but school never die. I think so.
School never dies. Oh my God. That's a very good words. High school never ends. It's like that. Yeah, actually right now because we keep on thinking, right? And people are actually very innovative. When we say innovative, it means that we never stop to think of ways on how we can still learn despite of pandemic all over the world. So we have many kinds of learning. We have what we call blended learning. When we say blended learning, it is the mix of offline and online learning. And we also have what we call distance learning. When you say distance learning, it means that you are not inside a classroom. You are in different parts of the world, but you can still learn. So I think school will still exist, but it will be a different form of school,
Yes.
right? There would be still school, but it's a different kind of, or it's a different form. Right, so let's go to number 7. Do you think Big Brother, intrusive, totalitarian government is inevitable?
Big
Big Brother.
Brother versus obligation or systems in want to control people live in a retreat freedom. Big Brother intrusive.
It means only one person will control everyone in the society or in your country.
I
So,
think uh, when in nowadays, uh, really difficult for governments when they want to control every people in their society. Uh, I think so.
you think that's possible in the future? It will happen?
Mm, they will. The government also want to control every people in the future, but I don't think they have to using many technology or
Mm,
many other things. They want to control every people.
okay. You mean it's a long process to do that? Okay, let's go to the last question. Will the future be heaven or hell?
Depend on each people. With my in my case, I think every solution find out by people also with the same targets is one our society more better. So I think our future really heaven.
I think you are right on that matter. I think each of us will have a different experience. So I think we have to always remember that passage here, the future doesn't just happen, right? People create it through their action or inaction today. Opportunity as well as danger lies ahead. So people need to make far-sighted decisions. The process of change is inevitable. It's up to you to make sure that the change is constructive in everything that we do. We need to think ahead if this change will be in good purpose or not, such as cutting the trees. Okay. Okay, let's go to opinion sample scam. Please choose an opinion sample and tell me if you do agree on that or not.
Robert. I think nowadays the people really concerned about the rule of robots can when the robots can change and to take off many jobs of people, and that's why many people really scared about one day they don't have any job for earning money for taking care their family. Many other people talk to me about robots can change some features of, and that's also to create many new jobs for the people. But in my case, I think we have to lose many things. Wherefore, when we want to receive a new thing, and robots appear. That's also to put many people become poor, but that also create many property for our society. And the problem is how our government can using and sharing the property from robots for every people to keep the fair and at least to keep the quality of life for each people. I think that is the most important thing.
Wow, that's a very long speech. Prime Minister Kam Nguyen. Kong Nguyen. Um, yes, I guess so. And it's not bad to actually use robots in the near future. But when you said that people are scared that the robot will take place or replace everything, should we really be scared? You said
Yeah.
people are scared, but should we really be scared about this robots? It's a question. Should we be afraid, calm, or scared? Or no, we should not be afraid.
Because in our society there are many other people really different about the equation and about the ability. So when the new solution appear, that's also the same. That's also the meaning to create many opportunity for the for some people, and also to take off many opportunity with other people. And in my case, I think maybe I will still young, and I think that is a good reason for I can learn at least about new knowledge, or that's also to bring me many opportunity in the future. But with the older people, I think they really scare when the ability in chasing really hard with them. And every time I think the best way is keep to update knowledge and training a lot. Maybe that is a good way for reduce the bad affection from the robots. I think so.
Yes, I believe in what you said that we can actually use these robots But in the same way, we also have to think about the quality of life people will have if we are going to have these robots. And that should be number one in our mind, not to leave people behind. Okay, that's a good thought. So let's go to the expression come, the first expression. If we all said to people's faces what we say behind their backs, society would be impossible. It means if you are a very blunt person, okay? So a blunt person is someone who is very direct, very straightforward. This person says whatever he or she thinks of someone.
Really hard for I can understand.
Society means people, right? So it is says here that if you're a person who is very direct or you always say what's on your mind, there will be no society. There would be no people.
Can you describe more simple?
It's very simple. It means that when we always say something very honestly, like, oh, you see that that person is so ugly, and you directly
Uh,
say, oh, you're so ugly. We
uh,
cannot make a better society. Or, hey, your attitude is so bad. I don't like you. You're very direct. You're very straightforward. And you
yes.
don't reserve any feelings. Come, I don't like that person because um, she's really not a naughty person. Like that. You directly say what's on your mind. You never hide anything, and you directly talk to people about it. I think we cannot have a harmonious or a peaceful environment or place if all people will be very honest about what they think of each other. You think so?
The I think that will happen in the short future. For example, in my country, we really different in the way we business between the north of Vietnam and the south of Vietnam.
Hmm. Wow.
With the north of Vietnam, the people really direct when they talk about something and they talk out really same with what they thinking. But in the south of Vietnam, um in the north of Vietnam, I'm sorry, in the north of Vietnam, the people not direct when they think about
North is here, right?
yes. The north of Vietnam not direct in business. For example, when they think about the price, they really want to lower price, but they talk out not the same. And with the south of Vietnam, I think the people really direct when they want one thing. They also talk about that one thing, and they expert.
No.
They don't want to keep anything, and that's
I
really
don't think
different.
so, Pam. In my experience as a foreigner, I think I like better, in my opinion only, okay? So, because I've been to Ho Chi Minh, and of course, I've been to many like shops, but I like it better here in North. Like, for me, people are more honest and direct than in the South.
So the mean is the people of the north of Vietnam direct than the south.
Yeah, not really straightforward, but are more direct when it comes to selling, okay? Selling.
I think the north of Vietnam really friendly because they use lift service a lot,
Very bad.
and that's why many people really like the style of the north of Vietnam. But um, in fact, they're not direct than the south of Vietnam.
Mm, they're using lip service. Okay, so I changed my mind now because of you. Okay.
Okay, I guess.
Okay, Cam, last one, number three. In today's society, you have to be a little crazy to keep from going insane.
Mm, instant.
Insane being okay. Like your mind is sound. Okay.
Yes, maybe that right in our society, when the people can do everything for earning money a lot in the short of time.
Mm.
They don't care about the morality, don't care about the hurt of other people,
Wow, that's so
and
deep.
maybe in our society, the rules of money is the best or is the highest, and the people easy to do everything for earning money. I think so. Sometimes I feel really scared.
Yeah, but actually, this one in today's society, you have to be a little crazy to keep from going insane. It means that you don't need to be serious all the time. You have to loosen up a bit, and just be relaxed and be a little crazy sometimes for you to survive in this world. Okay, but you have a point. Actually, Cam, the sayings here are very good. Maybe you can read these sayings. Expressions are really good in this topic. So, do you have any questions about the near future?
No, I don't have any questions.
What's your nearest plan in the
Uh,
future?
of course, Haiphong province is the main my target.
Haiphong province is the near future of Cam. Okay, I hope you can do it. And I hope in the near future you can really achieve the Haiphong province that you are really aiming for. I think that's for a very long time already, right?
Mm.
Okay. So, Colin, about the near future.
Le-
If you don't have any questions, that's it for today, Cam. Thank you very much. Have a good
Mm.
day.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.